Well, spring is coming. Gardeners are just waiting to dig in, and we are right there with you. Our Spring Great Gardening Special is meant to inspire and to help gardeners at every stage get ready for the growing season ahead. Tonight, we're talking about new plants, the perfect garden layout for beginners, and we have a couple of garden tours to whet your appetite. And of course, we'll also answer your early season questions. Great gardening is straight ahead.
We're like producing a serious amount of food.
We hope to be able to provide food for the community.
I love sharing the garden with others.
You can do a lot of fun things with broccoli.
All of our students here are involved in gardening.
It has a sign on the door that says "My Happy Place," and it really is.
I'm just so excited to be able to plant something. This is all good information. And now we're taking a little trip to Hayward, where Scott and Paulette Smith have an amazing garden surrounding their home. They're Chicago transplants, and they picked their spot based on the proximity to the Berkey Ski Trail.
Welcome to our property and our gardens. We call it affectionately Pine Meadow.
I'm Scott Smith, and this is my wife Paulette, and we are in Hayward, Wisconsin.
I've gardened most of my adult life, but these gardens were started about 8 years ago after our home was built in Hayward.
I would like to mention the Japanese fern. When we tried to grow that in Chicago, it really didn't do too well. But here in the colder climate, it has just taken off.
And of course the hostas do well. You know, in the spring it has a totally different look. Spring plants is woodland anemones, and so I kind of like that it changes from, you know, month to month. So this is our newest attempt at a little, I call it the English garden. I just wanted something colorful and against the garage wall. This interesting plant is Verbena bonariensis, the little tufts on the top. Sunflowers. See the monarch on the clematis? This is a Walker weeping caraganga. It's a Siberian tree. It does not get very tall. It gets a little yellow flowers on it in the spring. Well, we have a lot of perennial grasses, sky racer, miscanthus, variegated moorgrass. And the grasses really add a lot of texture and motion, I think. Delphiniums, a lot of echinacea. This year, when we haven't been going other places, we've had a lot of time to enjoy the garden, and we do love it. We stand up on the deck and look at it and say, we're so blessed.
It is so fun to see green growing things and be able to enjoy this with you guys. Thank you so much for being part of this very first spring special. Well, it's awesome.
We've enjoyed it for sure, and we're just so fortunate to have this opportunity to share a little bit what we've learned about the gardening profession, and we're so thankful for public television making this available to all of us, really, Karen. And we're so thankful that you were able to facilitate and host this.
Yeah, I'm really grateful to be with you guys. Thank you.
Google doesn't have all the answers, and the best way is to talk to fellow gardeners.
You know, in the spring it has a totally different look. I kind of like that it changes from month to month.
So these are winter squash. This is butternut. We also have acorn squash, Lakota squash, and delicata squash. It has a little space here for the vines to run over. And then back here, I have a potato patch, and then it's much easier to harvest the potatoes in the straw as opposed to digging in the ground. So it works really well. You plant those potato slices in there and nothing happens and nothing happens, and then all of a sudden, oh, there's one, and they do great. It's more about the taste than the money savings.
Oh yeah, we're not saving any money. We have 9 raised beds. These are Maxabel green beans, and they're long French fillet. Wonderful. So they're just starting to come in, and of course we had to protect them from some critter. We always plant red cabbage, and we make sauerkraut out of it. And kale, we love kale, eat a lot of kale. Put it in shakes, put it in salads. And these are all peppers. 6 different varieties. 2 varieties of jalapenos. And I make jalapeno jelly, and it's famous. My neighbors are always dropping hints, do you have any more of that jalapeno jelly? And these are all my small tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, red ones, orange ones. Zucchini plants, and they're still obviously still producing. I pulled my beets up, and I grow all my vegetables. And I have a little greenhouse now, which I love. So fun to be out there in the spring.
She's in her domain in the greenhouse.
Yeah, it's my happy place.